afternoon, duelists. The sun is shining. I just had a delicious meal, a delicious beer. You might even call what we're living in a utopia. Let's get started. But first, this video is sponsored by no one. So if you like the video, you want to see more like it, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that ghost bell and haunted mansion down below to get notified whenever a new video is up. Now, let's get after it with Utopia. Insert the SpongeBob imagination rainbow here. Yes, we are playing Utopia, the XYZ archetype, essentially rank 4 spam, right? We're playing a ton of monsters that will eventually get us into our various Utopia XYZ monsters. Let's break down the deck real quick. First off, the boring cards, the hand traps, all the things that we have to do just to make sure that we don't auto lose to degenerate decks on turn 1. We've got a couple Maxis, we've got a pair of Ashes, we've got a pair of Called Bys, and a pair of Imperms. All right, let's talk about the real meat and potatoes of the deck. We have several of the letter. Do you like letters? Do you like consonants? Do you like syllables? We've got all of them, right? We have ZS Ascended Sage, which can special summon from the hand if you have no cards. We have the ZS Arm Sage, which can special summon if you have just a singular level 4 monster that is not named ZS Arm Sage. And we have the Zubaba and the which can both special summon each other from either the hand or the graveyard, respectively, depending on what you have. And then, of course, the Astrotopia, which can special summon it if you have an XYZ monster on the field. If you've noticed, our extra deck, all XYZ monsters. So we want at least 2 of them, if not more, to start getting our plays going. We also have 1 each of the Lightning Blade, the Tornado Bringer, and the Pegasus Twin Saber. These are all cards that can equip to XYZ monsters that you already have on the field, and they give them benefits like not being able to be targeted, not being able to be destroyed by card effects, as well as additional attack bonuses as well. Singular reinforcement in the army, it's limited, but a majority of our creatures are warriors, so we can go and grab them. Rank up Magic Zexal Force, which technically being used on some of our XYZ monsters to go from our rank 4s into a few of our rank 5s, like the Dragonic Halberd and the Dragonic Utopia Ray, as well as this can be discarded to summon the Utopic Dragon later on in the game. We have the Zexal Construction, which is basically just a searcher for various cards throughout our deck, whether it's the rank up magic or one of our several ZS or ZWs. And then probably the thing that attracted me to this deck most, the XYZ changed tactics. Whenever we summon a Utopia monster, we can pay 500 life points to draw a card. You can only control one of these, but this is not a once per turn. So if we go through 3 or 4 XYZ monsters in a row, we can draw several cards, and there's a way for us to overlay continuously on top of each other. We have the Generation Force, which once we've got an XYZ monster, we can grab our XYZ change tactics so we can start that continuous card draw loop once we start cycling through our XYZ monsters. And then we have the Double or Nothing, which is simultaneously a Garnet and simultaneously something that wins us games. This is something that we get off our Utopia Double and allows us to double the attack of a monster who has had its attack negated, which is kind of what number 39 Utopia does, and then allows it to attack again. So this is an easy way to attack for 8,000, 10,000 damage in a single attack if we play our cards right. That's the main deck. Let's look at the extra deck real quick. This is all about the Utopia monsters, so let's talk with the original, the OG, the master of it all, number 39 Utopia. Only 2 level 4 monsters. Like I said, we have plenty of those. When a monster declares an attack, you can detach 1 material from this card, negate the attack. Now obviously that works if our opponent is attacking us. We can negate the attack. But like I said, with Double or Nothing, we can attack with our own monster, negate this effect, and then activate that Double or Nothing, allowing a second attack with doubled attack, potentially for lethal. So we have 3 number 39 Utopia. This is also very important because this allows us to go into several of our other plays that can be XYZ summoned on top of number 39 Utopia. Real quick, we have the Utopic Future and Utopic Draco package. This is nice if we have to play a long grindy game and need to mess around with our opponent's stuff. And to get there, we have a few non-number monsters, namely Tornado Dragon, Baguska, and also as well as ZS Utopic Sage. These are kind of how we're going to get into that Utopic Future line if we need to. We have Utopic Sage, which allows us to detach and get one of our either our Arm Sage or our Ascended Sage, or potentially some of our equip monsters as well if we need them. We can special summon them from the deck. This is not something that we make often, but it's a nice way to extend if we have the right set of cards. If we potentially have 3 monsters, we can go into this, get that 3rd monster, special summon a fourth from our hand, etc., and then go into potentially our Utopia. We have something like a Utopia double, which is going to add our double or nothing, and then this is a quick effect, mind you, which we'll see in the games. You can add the double or nothing from the deck to your hand, and then immediately special summon a Utopia monster on top of this, using this as material. So oftentimes we'll special summon this first, add the double or nothing, and then go into the Utopia, which allows us to negate the attack and utilize the double or nothing, which we just added to our hand. We have Utopia Ray, which you can summon by overlaying on top of Utopia 39. So if we go Utopia double into Utopia 39, now into Utopia Ray, that's 3 triggers off Xyz change tactics if we opened it, etc. The final card that I think I want to talk about is the Utopic Dragon. You can summon this by overlaying on top of any Utopia monster, as well as discarding a rank up Magic Zexal Force. Rank up Magic Zexal Force is great, right? We can go into something like the Dragonic Halberd or the Dragonic Utopia Ray, which are both good cards in their own right. But generally, if we have the chance, we would love to go into the Utopic Dragon. We can discard cards to negate effects that target this, as well as this is just a huge beat at 4,000 attack, obviously is absolutely ridiculous. And of course we have Zeus, because sometimes we just need to pull the safety valve. All right, let's venture into the games and see what we can do. Game 1, opponent, Milk Dog. Let's see what you can do. Set 1, pass. Interesting. I have a feeling we will find out what that is soon enough. Let's look at our hand. Our hand is excellent. We have the ZS Ascended Sage, which will immediately special summon, allowing us to then special summon the Arm Sage. Oh, and we drew the rank up Magic Zexal Force for the turn. Excellent. That will allow us to go into the Utopic Dragon later. Our opponent activating the Max C just a little too late, but we do have the Ash Blossom. We do want to special summon a lot in this deck, so negating the Max C is absolutely crucial, especially since it is turn 2, which means that we can potentially attack for lethal, barring any major interruption. Double Utopia double, triggering, detaching. We are going double or nothing all in. Our opponent, infinite impermanencing. Like I said, though, Utopia double's effect is a quick effect. We can activate in response. We were merely triggering off the fact that we used our ZS and our ZS for the Xyz summon. Now, we can immediately go into number 39, Utopia. The imperm doesn't trigger, which means that our various Utopia double effects from the ZS will trigger. We'll get to add both of those cards to our hand, both a ZW monster and a rank up Magic Zexal Force. Now, our number 39 Utopia has triggered. It gets that extra boost in attack from being summoned by the Utopia double, and we have the double or nothing in our hand. Everything seems clear for us to go and punch through for lethal. However, I regret to inform us that a monster summoned using the effect of Utopia double cannot attack directly this turn. Thus, we go into the Utopic Dragon, discarding our extra rank up Magic Zexal Force, going to the Utopic Dragon, absolutely huge beater, 4,000, right? Plus, we can discard cards and detach materials to negate any effects that target it. We will set the go just as a potential bluff, and also to have something on the field in case we have another normal summon next turn and we can go into a rank 4 play. Our opponent draws main phase 1. They monster Reborn, targeting our ZS Ascended Sage. ZS Ascended Sage on the field. They summon their Doshin. They go into their Dark Infant. They're playing Ignister. We have to worry about that Arrival Cybers. That cannot be targeted or affected by anything. They play the Field Spell. They play Fighting Spirit. I don't know what this card does. They bring back the Doshin. 3 link materials. Transcode Talker. Battle Phase. Attack our face down. We don't mind. That's fine. They can't get over our Utopic Dragon. They have no further plays. Transcode Talker, 2,300. Nothing to sneeze at, but cannot hold a candle to the Utopic Dragon. We We are able to special summon the back from the graveyard. We can go into our rank 4 play. Number 39 Utopia. That's this deck's bread and butter. We can equip it with the Tornado Bringer, equip it with the Lightning Blade. It cannot be targeted. It cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. We can jump over the Transcode Talker, just to make sure there's nothing sneaky going on. Utopia, attack, trigger the attack, negate its own attack, double or nothing, double or nothing, double the attack, lethal. Easy. Game two. Game two. We are on the play versus Quan. Quan, let's go. Let's look at our hand real quick. Hand seeming excellent. We have a normal summon. We have a special summon. We have a rank 4 in the bag and a rank up Magic Zexal Force, as well as a hand trap. Let's see how we play this out. We normal summon the Zubabagugaga. We special summon the Arm Sage because we control a singular level 4 monster not named Arm Sage. We can immediately XZ summon the Utopia double. We want to trigger the Utopia double, detaching. Our opponent activates the Infinite Impermanence. Ooh, unfortunately, we do once again activate the quick effect. When will these players on the ladder learn it's a quick effect? Oh, but they had the Ash Blossom. No! Negate. Negate our quick effect in response to the negate. We merely have a 0 attack position Utopia double. This is not looking good for us. Negate, negate, negate. But we can discard the rank up Magic Force and tribute our Utopia double. Utopic Dragon, set the Imperm in the middle. Let's see what you can do against a 4,000 monster that can negate effects targeting it. Our opponent sets a card, triggers their Mekk Knight. Mekk Knight triggers. We have the Imperm. The Imperm triggers. Negate the Mekk Knight effect. We wait until they trigger that, even though it is a quick effect. Also, there's a spell that they just set down. It cannot be activated this turn. They set 2 more. They pass. What can we do? We can easily attack over the Mekk Knight. Let's wait to see what they have in the back row. We go straight to battle. We attack over the Mekk Knight. Boom. The Mekk Knight out of the equation. 3 back row. We've battled this turn. We have an Xyz monster that battled this turn. Let's go into Zeus. Zeus, immediately wipe the field. Send everything to the grave. What did we send to the grave? World Legacy's Memory. 2 World Legacy's Memory and a Call by the Grave. Wow, good hits. Okay, Zeus, clean field, 3,000 attack. Our opponent scoops it up. Game 3, draw against Japanese name that I don't know how to pronounce. Let's look at our hand. Our hand is insane. Special summon the ZS Ascended Sage. Since we now control a level 4 monster that does not name Arm Sage, we can special summon the Arm Sage. Utopia double. We add the rank of Magic Zexal Force from our deck by using the ZS as material. Then we can chain to activate, detach, add the double or nothing from our deck. Special summon Utopia number 39. Normal summon Zubabagugaga. Now activate the rank up Magic Zexal Force. Summon Utopia Ray. Utopia Ray. Whenever it's targeted by a card or targeted for an attack, we can equip a ZW monster from our hand to our deck to that card. Like I said, our ZW monsters, the Tornado Bringer, the Lightning Saber, etc. These provide things like cannot be targeted, cannot be destroyed, as well as additional attack boosts. And of course, once per turn, we can detach a material from this card to target a face-up card our opponent controls and negate the effects equal to the number of equipped cards attached to our Utopia Ray. Ridiculously powerful card. Now, we can equip our Tornado Bringer. We already have it in the hand. We do not even need to activate Dragonic Utopia Ray's effect. We can pass the turn very comfortably. Our opponent normal summons Gozuki. They are on the zombie deck. The white deck. They send White Baking, adding White Prince to the hand, adding White Mare to the hand, sending White Prince, milling, activating White Prince, banishing, 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 special summon King of the Skull Servants, sending White Mare again. Special summoning the Lady in White. Now, the Lady in White is huge for this deck. The Lady in White, of course, all of their face-up level 3 or lower, which is a majority of their monsters, cannot be destroyed by battle and are unaffected by spell and trap cards. Of course, we do not have any spell and trap cards, but in case we did, that is a ginormous King of the Skull Servants. Of course, we can activate our Dragonic Utopia Ray's effect. It was targeted for an attack. We can equip the Lightning Blade from our deck. Now, all of a sudden, our Dragonic Utopia Ray gets that power boost 5,000. The King of the Skull Servants cannot be destroyed by battle because of the Lady in White, but we are able to weather the attack. We normal summon our Gugaga, and we can go into our rank 4. This is our bread and butter. 2 level 4 monsters. Put them together, make Utopia. Attack with Utopia. Our opponent activates White Baking, sends White Baking. gets White Prince and White Princess to the hand. Sends White Prince. White Prince triggers. Mills. We attack. Negate the attack. Double or nothing. 10,000 attack points. Our opponent activates White Princess. White Princess. What does White Princess do? We anticipated this. We are merely too good. They can send this card from their hand or field to the graveyard. All monsters currently on the field lose attack and defense equal to their own level or rank times 300 until the end of the turn. They're attempting to negate our attack, send our Utopia Ray back to the Shadow Realm. We are simply too good. We drew the Call by the Grave. Trigger the Call by the Grave. Banish. Negate. Done. It's over. We go up to 10,000, 8,300 points of damage. Lethal. Banished to the Shadow Realm. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a society you might even call a utopia. Lots of damage done. As they say, that's a lot of damage. 3 convincing wins, usually off the back of double or nothing. Yes, this is a meme card. Yes, this is a Garnet, but let me tell you, it certainly deals a lot of damage and takes opponents off guard. Let's take a look at the deck and wrap this video up. The ZS Arm Sage and the ZS Ascended Sage are a very nice engine, especially if we can open both of them. We did not get to see the Astral Utopia, but once again, this is just another free special summon. Once we have gotten Xyz monster, we can go into another one. We did not get to see the Xyz change tactics. This is very, very clutch if we're playing a long, grindy game, or we really just need to fight through a lot of disruption. And let's not forget our various ZW equip creature spells that provided us so much utility when we are adding them to our Dragonic Utopia array. The Utopia suite is versatile, it is deadly, it is very Chadley. The number 39 Utopia, of course, the Utopia Prime, the Utopia Double, which put in a ton of work. Being able to summon Utopia Double, grab that double or nothing for the deck, immediately go into the Utopia, which of course is that synergy negating attack, being able to attack again for double the damage, 10,000, 8,000 damage, easily enough to vanquish our opponents and send them to the Shadow Realm. And of course, the Zeus and the Utopic Dragon, the 2 brick walls of the deck. You cannot get past them. They can wipe your field, etc. This is a very fun deck, a very semi-glass cannon-y deck, but oh boy, does it feel good to hit for 10,000 damage. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Utopia. This is Jules. We are out.